What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today I was just thinking about the most dominating performances in UFC history. I'm thinking about, I just did my UFC 311 video, and I was like, Islam's probably going to dominate Arman. So let's make a freaking, one of the most dominating performances, like top 10, top 5. I don't know how many I'm going to do. I'm just going to do the most dominating performances. Starting off with the first one, Kamaru Usman 50-45ing Tyron Woodley, okay? Kamaru Usman 50-45 Tyron Woodley. It was an insane fight. I know it was kind of boring at times, but, I mean, Tyron Woodley at that point in his career was actually really good, because people look up the 4-fight losing streak and, they just don't see anything more from it. He beat Robbie Lawler, beat arguable prime Steel Wonderboy Thompson, Damian Maia, and Darren Till on the come-up. I know those were boring, but you have to factor them in, man, I'm a real bad man, bro. So, this was a very dominating performance. How do you get out of this? This was a very dominating performance, especially knowing that Tyron Woodley, he only hit 12 to the head, 18 to the body, 4 to the legs, and he has 0 control time, went 0-1 for takedowns. I mean, Kamaru Usman has 17 minutes of control time. It's 18 minutes, basically. I mean, that was an easy win for Kamaru. The next one was very recent. Not very recent, but early June. I think y'all know what I said early June, but this was actually, late June. This is, almost the end of June. But, yeah, Alex Pereira, Yuri Prochazka got dominated in the first round. Yuri got dominated in the first round, then got head kicked in the second round. I think we've all saw the last 13 seconds of Yuri versus Alex. If I was Yuri, I would have shot for a single leg. But he has no fight IQ, no defense, and he's a Dumbo. He made his little ponytail go left. Jamal Hill's probably going to do the same thing to him, too. There's no way you could this is not one of the most dominating performances. It is. It is one of the most dominant performances. Chewing up Yuri's leg, too. This was just dominant all around. I think everybody saw this fight, though. So, the next one was also pretty recent. I don't even have to cut the video. I can just go right to here and go to Marlon Chito Vera versus Sean O'Malley. This fight was dominant. This fight was dominating. It was dominating, dude. So bad. Dominated so bad. I know Chito Vera was kind of tagging him up at the end of the 5th, but I don't know how people can give him the 5th. You can't give him the 5th. He got 50-44. He got 50-44 by Sean O'Malley. In the second round, with that knee up the middle, he got 10-8. 10-8. They could have just let go, but Sean O'Malley still put on the pressure, even though he knew he was gonna win. The 5th round, Tim Welch said, "You're winning. Just let your hands go and pop him up with some good shots. Maybe you can get a 50-44." Which I guess he didn't know that it was already a 50-44 because that second round was a 10-8. And I'm surprised there was no ground game. I thought Sugar had to wrestle to win Chito Vera, but he didn't have to wrestle at all. He just had to strike with him. So, very dominant, very dominant, very dominant. The next dominating performance, there's actually 2 dominating performances on the same card as Sean O'Malley. Like I was saying, on the Sean O'Malley card in Boston, Zhang Weili 50-45. In my opinion, he 50-45 Amanda Lemos, which was dominating. I know people 50-43, 50-44, and 49-45. She got a knockdown too. I mean, I haven't watched this fight since it happened because, it was kind of boring, but he did 50-45. Amanda Lemos, arguable 50-44. 50-43 is kind of reaching a little bit, but a 50-45 or 50-44 is not unreasonable. And Lemos, I guess, didn't recover from that, I think. Yeah, because then after... she beat Mackenzie Dern, but then she lost to Rivals Jr. Same thing, right? And then on the same card, Ian Gary 10-8 and Neil Magny every single round. 30-24 all across the board. I mean, this was a dominating performance in my opinion. I mean, I know it was like a cuck performance, but Ian Machado Ferry, 30-24 Neil Magny. That's wild in my opinion. That's wild. And like, I don't think that's ever. I mean, that's probably happened before. There's probably been a 30-23 before too, but I mean that was a dominating performance by Neil Magny. And the next performance was by one of my favorite fighters of all time. Now, Nate Diaz is my favorite fighter of all time, but Max is my second favorite. I mean, Max 50-44 Calvin Kattar, in my opinion. A lot of people gave it a 50-43. One judge even gave it a 50-42. I mean, that was. I mean, yeah. I guess no. I'm gonna lean towards 50-43, Max Holloway, because I forgot what round it was. The round where he was like counted up. That's a 10-8, and then another round was a 10-8. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Max Holloway with a 50-43. It was a really good fight. In Fight Island, Max Holloway gets it done. It was just dominant. It was. I don't even know how to explain how dominant it was. It was just like, it's arguably one of the most dominating performances of all time. I would say in recent memory, but people are probably just gonna remember Sugar versus Chito Vera morally for the dominant side. But yeah, Max Holloway versus Calvin Kattar, and we do gotta get the other woman out of the way. I think this might be the last men's one before we have to end the video, but Amanda Nunes versus Ronda Rousey was dominant. I don't care what anybody says. I know you don't want to give women the credit, but Ronda Rousey, it's not Amanda Nunes' fault that Ronda Rousey has no head movement. Okay, in my opinion, this was dominant. I know she barely landed a strike. She tried to do a leg kick and she failed. Yeah, Amanda Nunes, obviously, and most of her performances were dominant. You could put the Chris Cyborg fight in here. You could probably put the Holly Holm fight in here. You could put the Megan Anderson fight in here. You could put the Miesha Tate fight in here. You could put most of the fights in here because they're easy work. What's crazy is her hardest fight that she hasn't lost was Raquel Pennington. I thought that was her hardest fight. Even though she quit on the stool, basically, it was still Amanda Nunes' hardest fight. So, yeah, and I do actually have one more by the GOAT. The GOAT, Johnny Bones Jones, be defeating Ciryl Gane in under 3 minutes, a little over 2 minutes, by submission. I mean, there was barely any significant strikes on the feet. Barely. He was looking wonky on the feet, but hey, John Jones ended up getting it done here. Look at this layoff. Look at this big layoff right here. But anyways, thank y'all for watching my most dominant performances. UFC GOAT list will be coming out soon. I literally have it done. I just need to film it, put a thumbnail on it. Boom, we're done. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. See ya.